I'm stood in the middle of a river on the south coast of Cornwall, waiting for the tide to come up so that I can launch my inflatable boat. And we're going to be exploring this hidden valley on the south coast of Cornwall today. It's really quite a nice mild spring afternoon, and as you can see, it's super shallow at the moment. So as soon as we've got enough water, we're going to head down the river here out onto the Fowey estuary, and of course we'll be bringing a fishing rod along. This is a bit of a reconnaissance voyage today. I've never been here before, so we're going to see what we can find, scope out some potential fishing spots for the future, and enjoy this nice mild spring afternoon. Well, I can't be the only one that feels just a little bit guilty when setting up a SIB in a place like this because of the pump noise. that right there. You've got a lovely, peaceful, calm river, and then you've got that awful pump noise running. Someone really needs to invent a silent air pump. Just throw this one up on its side and walk it down a bit. Kind of like that. All right, the SIB is now set up and we're just on the stepping stones here, making sure it doesn't float away there. Yeah, we're running about as bare bones as you can get. An engine, a rod, a fuel tank, and a coat, and a few extra lures just in case. All right, so I think we're gonna have to paddle for the first bit here. So let's just go ahead and board the SIB, push off. I'm probably gonna go straight into the shoreline here. Just set you guys up there so that you can see. All right, so yeah, we're gonna get the paddles out for this first bit. And these little light SIBs, they're so easy to paddle. You can really go anywhere just on a paddle with them. We're doing a bit of a 360 here. Spin us round. Yeah, it's super shallow up this little creek. The tide's definitely coming in though, because the stepping stones back there are covered. So we're just going to paddle until we've got enough water to drop the engine. Just stick them up there. Take a little look. Really shallow little creek this. But yeah, obviously it gets deep because there's boats plenty bigger than this up here. And yeah, nice having that car park right on the water there. A little coffee shop in the village. And yeah, really quiet. Small, quiet village this. Let's just let her warm up a second. I haven't ran this outboard in a couple of weeks. Put her in and out of gear a few times. Yeah, she's good to go now. All right. Slip the kill cord on, put her in forward, and let's head down the river, guys. Looking forward to this trip. Well, we're just leaving the village of Lerryn behind us there. And another fine example of an old commercial wharf / quay now been turned into a home. What I'd give to live in somewhere like that. I'm just going down this creek here and thinking what awesome gilthead fishing could be had somewhere like this. In about a month's time, in April, there could be some nice fish running up somewhere like this. It's just a perfect habitat for them. A slow creek with a nice deep channel. it's yeah, certainly one to put on the notes for later. So really nice wooded little valley this. I tell you what guys, we've got to do it. Cut that engine off. I've not even got my glasses on yet, but we've got to have a cast. It would be rude not to. In this sort of this slack here, I've got this little creek. Let's just have a quick cast. Might be too shallow. Yeah, it's really shallow in there. We're now joining the main section of the River Fowey here, and you can see that's the creek that we've just come from. Behind us, Lerryn, and then we've got this sort of big bit of land jutting out here, and I believe there's a footpath that goes all the way around that. And then up there will be St Winnow, and then eventually Lostwithiel. There's a really nice big open section of estuary here, and with the tide coming in, we don't have to worry. And then in the distance there is Gallant, and carrying on is Fowey and the docks at Fowey. So we're gonna get a bit of speed on now that we're in the channel, not too much, but more than tick over, and head on down to the dock area. Hopefully we can catch a few fish down there. All right, let's look how we're sat in this little sort of cut here. And we got the bladder rack just holding us in place. It's pretty deep down there, so we don't need to lift the engine up, but just the friction of the hull on the bladder rack, we're not getting blown by the wind, which is really nice. And I got this sort of area here that I can work across the tide with, and we've got, you know, lots of bladder rack all along the margins here, and then a deeper channel out there. So I'm just working this soft plastic across, going with the direction of tide as it's coming in, hoping that there's going to be something sitting in that bladder rack or on the bank waiting to ambush. Well, I packed in the fishing, just didn't seem like it was going to happen today. It is a bit too early in March to be fishing lures on an estuary, so yeah, we're heading back up now. Obviously we don't want to leave it too late to get back to Lerryn, as there'll be no water and I don't want to paddle against the outgoing tide. But there's one thing that I wanted to check out on my way back, and that's this little creek in here. Now I believe there's a music studio located in here, so yeah, I just want to go and see what's in here. I don't think it's accessible by road, and well, this is a railway bridge that we're going under here. Let's check out what's up this creek, guys. That's the best thing about these little SIBs is you can get them anywhere, absolutely anywhere you want. Yeah, look at that place. It's pretty cool. Very nice. Just stick that in neutral. It's super shallow in here, so obviously you can get up here with a bigger boat, but I'm sure there's plenty of mullet in here. So yeah, I think this is some sort of recording studio, this big old building here. Check out this pile of shipwrecks here. Not sure why they've been dumped here on the shoreline, but there's quite a few of them. Just kill the engine. This one looks really old. Looks like it's been here for a long time. That might be the remains of the engine there. kind of looks, yeah, that's definitely something mechanical there. Just gonna bump it there. That is the remains of an engine. You can see, looks like an alternator or something on the side there. And there's some sort of tubes coming back, hydraulic hose on the top there. So I wonder what this used to be. It's got quite a deep hole to it, so I can't imagine it was a river barge. It's yeah, pretty big. I mean, there's a fiberglass, another fiberglass boat up behind this one, just in there. There's a fiberglass boat, and there's a few more down there. They look like fiberglass as well. Maybe one at the back. There might be wooden hull. Of course, fiberglass is just awful for the environment. It never really breaks down. You just end up with this. It's just going to stay there forever. But these wooden hulls, they sort of slowly decompose and sort of blend in more with the natural environment. Apart from the engine block there. I doubt that will ever go. It would just sort of slowly turn into a rusty lump. But yeah, this is just another little tribute from the Fowey with Gallant over there in the distance. So just thought I'd come and check this boat graveyard out. Very cool. So this is Gallant, a small village with a lot of moorings all along here for dinghies and bigger boats in the channel. Let's see if we can get in here inside this little creek here. And it's definitely one of those where you can only get a very small boat in these creeks. Oh, with the rail bridge above us there. There's a nice slipway there. That would be an easy one to launch from. And then it opens up into... Oh, I was wrong. There is some pretty large boats down there. And I'm not sure how they'd get them under the bridge. I mean, some of those are sailboats. There's some pretty big boats up this creek. Let's have a little look. But yeah, plenty of places you could put in a little dinghy along the side of the road there. Obviously this is really tidal in here. Probably only got about a metre of water beneath me, and we're at high tide now, so yeah, you wouldn't be able to launch here much either side of high water. But what a nice little place this is. There's a pub there, the Fisherman's Arms. You could come in on your boat and pull up on the mud there and have a pint whilst watching it. I'm not having a pint today though, guys. Maybe a pasty when we get back. See if the shop in Lerryn has any pasties. That'd be a nice little way to end. There's some mullet there. I've seen some ripples. This is always going to be mullet when you see them in shallow little creeks like this. It's incredible how they've got these larger boats in this creek. I cannot fathom how they've got them under that rail bridge, unless it opens up. We'll go all the way to the other end of the creek here and see if there's another opening. Yeah, I can't figure out how they'd get that one there under that rail bridge. All right, well, we're in about as skinny water as we can get here with the outboard down, and I don't see any other opening at the top of the creek there, so I'm not sure how they get these boats in and out. I mean, maybe I'll have to reassess the height of the bridge. But yeah, there's some pretty nice fishing boats up here. Really can't figure out how they get the sailboats in and out of here, but this is Galant, guys. Very nice place to come, very quiet. I can imagine even in summer, at the sort of peak tourist times, somewhere like this is probably pretty quiet still. But a very easy place to put in a kayak or a SIB. Check it out. All right, here we are, back where we started at Lerryn, right on the car park. It doesn't get much easier than that. Van is literally right there, so yeah, nice and easy to pack up. And that's the stepping stones that we were on at the start of the video. So yeah, we're pretty much bang on high tide now. It's quite a small tide today, but this is what you can expect at high tide. About a metre of water in the channel there, so you know, you wouldn't want to go much bigger than a SIB up here, but it is a very nice, easy place to get on the water, and you can access some truly breathtaking scenery. To be honest, you know, stuff that you just don't even really get to see unless you access it from the water. So yeah, what a nice afternoon it's been on the River Fowey today. Let's go see if there's a pasty in the shop. What a result, guys. They had one pasty left in the shop, so that's me happy. Didn't catch any fish, but look at that, that's better than a fish. Nice steak traditional pasty with a can of fizzy drink to finish off the trip today. What a nice little place this is to come and yeah, just sort of take in the surroundings. Very peaceful, very tranquil, and very easy. So if you're looking for somewhere like that to launch your boat, maybe you've got a SIB or a kayak, this would be a good place to do it. And you don't even have to pay for parking. It's a very rare thing nowadays in Cornwall, a free council-owned car park. Never thought I'd see one again, but they exist. So I'm going to tuck into our pasty and watch the ducks. No doubt they'll be wanting some of this, but it's all for me. Well, that is it for this video. Something a little bit different, a little bit more relaxed today. That's just what I needed. So see you guys on the next one. Cheers for watching.